Hello, everybody. Welcome to GAHCast, the show where one of the hosts has played 565 hours in Gary's mod and does not want to admit it. I'm your host, Hydrowave99. I'm joined here today with FluufAlpaca. How are you today?
I guess I'm alright. Not really.
That's something. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know whereabouts. Yeah, we don't know whereabouts Ghostweller is again.
Yeah. He had some family matters, and then said it was gonna be in like 2 hours from now. We waited. It's 2 hours from now. We're still waiting. That's the sad part.
Oh yeah, so like if he ever shows up in the episode, it's gonna be late.
Yeah. I don't mean nothing by it. It's just, there's a, I don't know.
No, I hear you. We have a lot of topics here tonight. I know we have some pretty juicy stuff to hear. Most of it's all gaming stuff tonight. We found a couple like the technology stuff as we would know, but most of it's all gaming because that's all we can really find this week.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm also using this, I made a model to, represent myself, I guess. Because, like, I don't know. Originally, I was just gonna, like, do it as a prank, but, Hydrowave here kind of just said, like, it would be useful as, like, an actual, like, model to give myself more emotion, so...
Yeah, so if everyone likes, seeing Alpaca in this format, this V2 format, just comment down below if you like this change, and we'll determine whether or not we'll keep it or not.
My only issue is, like, if I look over somewhere else, it blinks really strangely.
Hey, it's something, so
Yeah,
better than nothing at least.
It might be really distracting, though. I don't know.
Right. Anyway, so Alpaca, what else is new with you this week?
It's always personal stuff that I want to talk about, but it's more stuff you'd want to talk to, like, a therapist or something, so, pass, I guess. I always have to, like, vent about just really terrible things that I hate so much, you know?
Right. I get that, there are a lot of these annoying things in the world that just screw with your head and it just, like, boggles your mind. Yeah, so I feel like the best way to do things is, well, I got some topics here, but you know what? I just kind of feel like right now, we're just gonna feel a minute just to kind of calm ourselves down. We have a long night ahead of us, and we have a lot of news to talk about, and I just want to figure out, like, some way to kind of spice up the show every now and then, clearly.
Yeah, I guess so.
Every now and then, we can always spice up the show here and there, so I know we have an update to talk about, but we have a lot. I just wanted to give us as a quick thing that we have a lot of updates going on within the show. I mean, we're going to be recording on November 20th because of emotional reasons, I guess you could say. That's like the least I could say is it's a somber day, especially for one of our other hosts who is currently not here with us right now. And yeah, we're just going to use that day as a time of reflection and, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we won't be doing that. And then we are looking forward to also doing some of these recordings, possibly on Christmas or New Year's, to kind of shake up the show even more. We had plans of all this stuff, so, and that's all we have to say. Just a quick little announcement before we head off. Myself and Alpaca were talking over the last few days, and last night we just thought, these sort of few changes would be for the best of the show to keep everyone in good health and spirit.
Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit.
Go for it. Whatever you want to do, man.
Yeah, I just I don't know. It's not the best time
Yeah.
for a lot of people right now, and yeah. Um, there's also a few things that might end up happening around that time too, so it'll be either busy or so it's a little difficult to talk about it.
No, exactly. I just figured we just give a quick little heads up, and we'll remind them again next week, our audience next week, that there may be there may be a little bit of a hiccup for views and everything for the show, but I mean, we'll make up for it for sure in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
But anyways, other than that little minor somber update, let's just get to the news. I think it's time for that. That's the most eager part. And I just want to give a moment. Oh, that's going to get censored. And I just want to give a moment to update ourselves on a story that we covered last week. And Roblox is back online. And it wasn't Chipotle.
Yeah. It really wasn't. Not that it would have. Like I'm gonna be completely honest. You see every other video game have like a sponsorship, and all of a sudden somehow, like having all that as a sponsorship breaks Roblox somehow. Not I have no idea how it would work like that, but yeah, because like I remember saying how pretty much every single like what is it? Sorry, every time you kind of like mess with code, you have to check every single other thing behind it or above it, even stuff below it sometimes, because if it's, if you change something, you're override, or if you're overriding one thing, it's change along with it, so everything has to be double checked, and I doubt that Roblox would, mess something like that up.
Right. I mean, this is a major game right now. I mean, it is, it is kind of unfortunate to see a game as big as Roblox, be as, have a massive server outage like this. Like, I know Epic would be like on the ball all the freaking time. And then I know one of our hosts would definitely be mocking this game for being out for 3 days.
Yeah.
But he's not here right now because he's busy with family, so he missed his chance to make fun of Roblox.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think now we got that update out of the way. Now we can get to the real first article of the day. The real one.
Some guy in the comments said, I never got the free burrito. It'd probably give me dysentery anyway.
Right.
Good job, people. Anyways. What do we got going on with Sega?
So, Sega and Microsoft are actually exploring a strategic alliance to create a new strategic title for Sega and establish next generation development environment. So, essentially, what they're doing is, if you go down through the article, they're mentioning that that with this power from Microsoft, they're going to develop a new super game, as they like to call it. Now, I don't know what this new super game would be, but the only thing we could really do is just speculate. Like, what do we think could happen with something like, a super game, and the fact that the world's now more connected with 5G and cloud services? Like, what would be a good game that can make sense for something like this that Sega would have?
So you're talking about like a next gen like game dev sort of like creation.
Yeah, so they're essentially making a ridiculous game, like a super like you know how sometimes like Ubisoft will label the quadruple A game.
Oh, uh,
Like, what could this potential game be that could take advantage of the Azure cloud platform? And it's a brand new game.
Sonic Breath of the Wild.
You know what's funny about that is that the rumors of the new Sonic game coming out, it's gonna be called Sonic Rangers, and it's like, gonna be like this open world Sonic game, supposedly. But I don't think it's that.
Okay, then
Like any like IPs that you think could make sense to be revived that could take advantage of these technologies, maybe. Like
Bubsy 4D.
I wish that was Sega, but no.
But no, seriously, Sega. Okay.
I mean, if you have to look up, we have to do the unfortunate thing of looking up a list of IPs, go for it. But I do know that Sega owns a lot of classic IPs like Jet Set Radio and Skies of Arcadia and Golden Axe, Alter Beast.
I mean, if they could, like, I don't know, like, considering this is actually like Xbox and Sega, and I know that they had like a thing with Shenmue and they're recreating anime. Maybe they could remaster the first and second game and tie it together, but also have three. And when they make the sequel to three,
I think the thing that's different with three though is the fact that was Blue was published by Deep Silver though.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say, what if they made Shenmue like more modernized and not like a, I don't know. I don't really care too much about Shenmue anyway, though. But
that is possible. I do know they could probably do something. I know they've been doing Super Monkey Ball recently, but I don't think that would work too well considering that's usually a later scale game. They could do.
I get an option. I need to bring my mic really close for this. Seaman, Breath of the Wild.
Oh my god, that's brilliant! An open world life sim game where like the tank, instead of it being like it's like a small tank, it's actually like a freaking ocean of the world. Oh my god, that is brilliant.
But I don't know. Super game. Interesting way of describing is like a.
Like it would probably have. Yeah, I feel like this sort of game, whatever it is going to be, because we think of all these IP that Sega has, like I said, they had like Panzer Dragoon and Sonic and Super Monkey Ball, Yakuza, Persona, because
Sorry.
That too. It's fine. But a lot of these games, they are kind of like small, medium-ish games, I guess you could consider them. They're not like these big, grandiose, open-world sort of franchises usually.
Well, since when have you heard of Golden Axe? Or,
Alter Beast.
Or have a House of the Dead port. What if they make a House of the Dead, like a House of the Dead open world, Metal Gear Survive style, but not ripping off of an already established IP as a spin-off. It's actually just House of the Dead.
Yeah, House of the Dead I know is like an arcade style, like on rails sort of game where you're constantly shooting zombies and stuff like that. So if they made that like a sort of game like that where it's like almost Resident Evil 4-ish in some ways in terms of gameplay, that could be interesting to see.
Or if they made like a Jurassic Park sort of thing. Like but not but not terrible, I guess. And not like you stare at your breast to make sure your health is up. I don't know.
Right. So it's like Sega has all these IPs, but most of them are either arcade like arcadey, or they're like small to medium scales in terms of size. They don't have like these massive IPs like how like Square Enix goes like Final Fantasy, or like EA had their Mass Effects and
Yeah,
all this other
the
stuff.
closest they got is just Sonic and like yeah. Because the thing is at least for me, being I don't follow Sega that much, but I'm not gonna be like they'll I don't like Sega sort of thing. It's just I don't really I haven't heard much of Sega in a long time, and but I mean except for like Yakuza, but even then that's like I don't even think that was like
That's what I mean. Like Yakuza is typically a smaller, more niche franchise. It's like
yeah.
I could whip out, give me a second. I could whip out my copy of Sonic Forces here.
Mhm.
I know it's
No,
a
it's okay.
mediocre game, but we're gonna go with it because it actually does relate.
No, it's too old.
Sonic Forces, this game,
No, it's
and
an
yes,
old
you can.
game.
And yes, there is actually a third playable character in this game where it's literally they create your own character. I'm not joking. They actually canonized fan characters in this game.
Okay. Well,
But moving on from that whole spiel, the reason I bring this up is because Sonic Forces was kind of like a AA budget game. It wasn't like a big AAA game or anything like that. Sonic Forces is more like a AA sort of budget game.
yeah, but it's shovelware and it should be forgotten. They should have never remade it. Just kidding. Sorry.
A lot of people will say that Sonic should have died off around Sonic Heroes or something like that, or like Sonic 06, but surprisingly, they keep making them. And Sonic's technically my favorite character, so I'll keep supporting the game whenever I have a chance.
Oh yeah. It's only fun to rip on Sonic because, that whole 90s cliche of being like, I'm radical, and like, that sort of thing. They kind of, I think the entirety of the internet kind of just like made Sonic like a shitpost character, even though he really wasn't,
Yeah.
He was supposed to be cool and all that, but it's not like he was like a cringy like spin-off mascot or like a 90s mascot that's like supposed to be radical. He was supposed to be cool, but not like ironically cringy.
Yeah, so we have this character, but besides Sonic and all their IPs, which we discussed, are mostly, these smaller scale, mostly IPs, besides Sonic, which they give him like the budget of the moon, comparatively.
Yeah, certainly.
Like, this partnership would be like, what sort of IP could Sega make with this? Like, that's what I want to know. Because, like, could they like remake? Like, that's what I was thinking. Because Skies Arcadia was like Sega's RPG series. Like, they could probably make a new Skies Arcadia game with a massive open world and shit, and that could be fucking awesome.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Or
that could be something that could be good to use some of this technology for.
You know what they should remake? Happy Tree Friends for the Xbox Live Arcade.
That's not Sega, but that would be kind of funny. Just like kind of play on our constant roasting of Ghost Loader game.
No, they fucking I think they made a game off of Happy Tree Friends, but it got released on the Xbox Live Arcade, so
Forever Lost. Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, this is where I would agree with Ghost Welder. It should have been long forgotten. But I think it's on PC too, if I remember correctly.
Right. But let's just try and get back on topic here. But
Sega bass fishing. Sorry.
4K fishing rods. 4K.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, 4K fishing rods.
Echo the
But yeah, like I
dolphin.
said, like,
Sorry.
they need like a big open world sort of game. Like, could I see a Golden Axe possibly this big massive open world, maybe, or like a high budget game? Probably. They could probably make Golden Axe or Alter Beast like a God of War style game. That could be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It should be like Shadow of a Colossus and God of War had a baby with like medieval times.
That could be pretty rad. Like, imagine like one of those, like either one of those two series get that treatment. That could be awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like Alter Beast makes more sense for the God of War franchise because imagine like you have this dude just beating the hell out of these enemies or whatever, and then he collects these orbs and he becomes this like super unstoppable like beast of hell, like not hell, but get the idea, like these creatures or whatever. It can just like cause massive damage to everybody. It'd be so freaking cool. Like he has like a meter he builds up or something by collecting the classic games, and he just goes out on a rampage. It'd be awesome.
Certainly.
But it has to be more like the old school God of Wars, not the newer ones. I feel like for the newer ones, I think for the newer ones, maybe Golden Axe makes sense for the newer God of Wars. And then you do like Alter Beast for the old school God of Wars. That could be cool.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Mm.
But you know what they should have made? Seaman. Sorry.
Seaman Infinite. You just create a world. No, you're not calling Seaman. You're calling it Sea Civilization. You're raising a civilization, a Seaman, to fight other Seaman.
I wasn't like I can't remember. Do you remember Altered Beast?
That's something Alter Beast. That's why I mentioned that one because that's a 2D side-scrolling game where we beat up it's like a 2D side-scroller beat up kind of game, but not exactly like Teenage Mutant Turtles. I think it's a side-scrolling game, and as you beat the enemies up, you gain these orbs or whatever. And as you like play the game, you get you eventually transform into a beast.
I see. Yeah.
That's why I know that, and I played that game several times too.
Did you mention Panzer Dragoon?
You could do something with Panzer Dragoon. That's another thing you could probably do. I know they did a remake of it recently though, but was okay-ish at best. But
yeah,
they could do a whole new Panzer Dragoon game, really cool, like, high-end graphics and stuff like that, and make like a very narrative-driven story or something like that.
I see. What about making a Dance's Revolution ripoff like Space Channel?
Space Channel could potentially, but that's like a more arcadey game. Like this seems like something that's more ambitious, like a super game. Like
what if fucking when Microsoft brings back what if Microsoft buys back the Kinect from Sky TV or something and just decides, let's make a fucking Dance Dance Revolution type of game, or just Dance.
Remember,
but Space Channel 5.
Microsoft still owns the Kinect.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, what if they say, we change our mind, we're gonna still use it for our game stuff too, by the way, but you can use it as a TV program, I guess, too.
Alright, that's always possible.
I don't know.
But yeah, this is, like I said, this is just an interesting little thing to see, what sort of games, could Sega make? And I think, what this could lead to could be very interesting, because one of the common rumors of Sega was that they were going to be bought by the companies that Microsoft was targeting to acquire.
Yeah.
Which meant that Sega could have been under the Microsoft umbrella, which meant Sonic would have been a first-party character again, which means that it could have Microsoft versus Nintendo, because Sega is part of Microsoft. Whew!
Yeah.
What fun times. But
Sega does what Nintendo don't. Now with Microsoft.
Exactly.
Xbox Series ass.
But yeah. Yeah, it seems like a pretty cool thing overall, I think. But yeah, I would like to move on to the next game that we have here.
Alright.
and that is that Netflix is now starting to roll out some games on Android platforms. And I think what they're doing here, yeah, it's like they're mobile games, so it's not like full-on console games. It's like we were talking about this early on in GAHCast, and the idea that Netflix would start rolling out mobile games to eventually get to console games.
I see.
So we scroll down a little bit in this article here, which, by the way, I did provide all these articles in our Discord server for us admins, so just take a look at that.
Oh yeah, certainly.
But yeah, it says
force you to share your screen all the time and fuck up the audio.
Basically, it's been fine, but we'll go with it. But anyways, on November 2nd, Netflix Incorporated on Tuesday rolled out its mobile games globally to members with Android devices, exploring new ground as competition deepens in the video streaming pioneers' home turf. It says that users will only require a Netflix subscription to play those games, and there will be no additional fees or in-app purchases. So yeah, this actually is pretty interesting to see. Like, they're already making these moves, and especially since they already acquired Night School Studio, they're now starting to gather some talent already. And it seems like Netflix is actually taking this whole thing seriously. Like, it's just small games for now. Like, they're just gradually building a gaming side up on them. But it's gonna be a bit of time. But I feel like in a couple of years, like, we may be viewing Netflix and gaming in a whole different light.
Yeah, certainly. I can see that they're tapping into like markets that aren't exactly like. Let me see. 1 second. How does Netflix? 1 second. Let's see. So, is Netflix popular in Spain, Italy, and Poland? I'm just wondering because like, I see that they're trying out markets that may or may not be as popular, so they don't roll out to like America and more of Europe and stuff, just to make sure that that they don't release a bombshell and people in where it's not popular, people will be like, this is okay, I guess,
Right. It is possible. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, and all these nations, for the most part, have been part of like the European Union, as they say, and Europe's a pretty big market.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, but is it as
but
big
individually, these
Italy?
I was gonna say, individually, these markets are not significant because the most influential nations in Europe would be like France, Germany, and England by a long shot. Those are the three major nations in Europe, besides like Russia. Russia does its own unique thing in its own right, as Alpaca has shown me at one point during one of our chats.
What? I'm drawing a blank. But what's that reference to?
It showed me a bunch of like knockoff games and stuff that Russia had.
Yeah, the what is it? The Denny, I think it's called. What was it called? Yeah, that was. Yeah, Russia doesn't really do much for like video games, like.
Even though they did invent one of the most influential video games of all time, and that is motherfucking Tetris.
I think you're going a little too advanced for me. Like you're singing what is it called? Corbinacci or something? That's what it's based on. It's loosely based on it, for the sense it's like exactly the same except for a few like modern not modern I'm a little bit more minor edits to it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Yeah, no, the markets in Russia are a little bit different. A little bit different, you know. Bootlegs, bond
Oh,
bootlegs.
Oh, absolutely. But going back,
Sorry.
but I was gonna say, but going back towards Netflix again, without going try to stray away from the topic too much. Yeah, it's saying or introduce some mobile games like Stranger Things 1984, Stranger Things 3, the game, Card Blast, Teeter Up, and Shooting Hoops
Sorry.
to Android, and it looks like they're gonna be keeping expanding on this, and they may be a mobile juggernaut from all this. So who knows?
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, I'm gonna start bringing up another topic.
Cuties the game. Sorry.
Fine. So, Paca,
Yeah.
how often would you say you want another version of Skyrim?
I don't play the Elder Scrolls games. What the fuck? No, I don't want to watch Arcane. What the fuck? Shut up, Netflix. Alright. We literally just looked up Netflix stuff and I got an ad for Arcane League of Legends. Make that a game. Oh, wait. Goddamn ads. What is it called? I forgot what it's called.
The Google thing, AdSense?
Yeah, whatever the fuck it's called. You look up this, and now we're gonna feed you advertisements about it. Let's make League of Legends a game.
Yeah. Now we're starting to get the thing, the stupid load. All right, but yeah, have you ever wanted to play Skyrim as a board game?
No, but I know what you're getting at, and I'm glad that they're making Skyrim very accessible for people who don't even play video games now. That's really, really bold of Todd Howard to just make a board game based on a video game, to make Skyrim itself very accessible to more people who don't have a lot of video game platforms, like people who own, like, you know, the Wii or, you know, the PlayStation 3, but can't go out to, you know, the game store, just grab a disc of Skyrim. Shut up. I see that, Skyrim. I see that. I see that. Is that a PlayStation 3 case? Hey there.
Yeah, I do have a PlayStation 3 game of...
Aw, never mind. Fucking... I'm so glad that Todd Howard is being so bold as to allow Skyrim to be very accessible to pretty much everybody now. You can just buy a board game. You can play it on your Amazon Alexa. He is a very, very kind soul, you know?
Oh yeah, I'm sure all that Microsoft money is being used to make even more versions of Skyrim. Actually, there's another version of Skyrim coming out later this year for Xbox Series X and PS5. There's another version of Skyrim.
Hey, well, there we go. You know, even Grandpa can play Skyrim. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah!
Skyrim
through that cave!
Skyrim for everybody! Skyrim for everybody! Let's go, everybody!
Hashtag Skyrim for everybody. Use that as a hashtag in the description when this gets published, okay?
Skyrim for
Skyrim
everybody.
for all. Rated E for everyone. No, rated KA for everyone. For kids and through adults. Rated B for Babby.
Boy, Bambi's gonna be having fun with this game.
Buy a soda! I know that's Oblivion, shut up.
Well, hey, I do have a copy of Oblivion and a copy of Morrowind in this room, so there we go.
I'm sorry.
Probably the most hype segment of the whole episode. Let's go.
My fucking every time I scream into my microphone, it cuts itself off so it doesn't die. So I'll be going like woo, and then it'll kill. So
Right.
in reality, I've been going really, really loud for that. For that woo.
All right.
Anyways, Skyrim as a board game.
Yeah. What a
Hey,
wonderful.
kids, wanna play Skyrim together? Sorry. Let's go have a family game night, because the game isn't multiplayer itself. Let's go play Skyrim. Let's play Skyrim with dragons. Let's install the dragon mod. Anyway.
All right. So our next topic for today is for those who absolutely despise Harry Potter. This is good news for you. So for those of you who hate Harry Potter, this is a brilliant day for you.
Whoop. Sorry. Yeah.
Because Niantic, the makers of Pokemon Go, and this game, Harry Potter Wizards Unite, is going to be going offline on January 31st of 2022, and it will be delisted on December 6th.
Once again, I have to side with Ghost Willer Game. I'm glad game progression doesn't exist for this game. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, it actually is kind of sad that, you know, people that are actual fans of this game are not going to be able to play it. But
sorry.
But yeah, like that's what I mean. Like, it is actually going to be kind of sad that for those who are genuine fans of this game, that they are not going to play it anymore.
Yeah.
But I did not. But yeah, however, I did notice that not as many people talked about this game as Pokemon Go. I think that's like the breakout success, and I don't think they're ever going to capture that game ever again.
Yeah, Pokemon Go was really, really big way back when. 2016, 15, I think. No, 2016 to 17 and 18, and then these past few years have been, you know, it's been a thing. They've been adding things and, you know, having Pokemon Bank, right? So you can like transfer it to the new games, right?
Yeah, they've been doing that, and in fact, I do see what some people every now and then occasionally do pop up Pokemon Go. I stopped playing it a while ago because I need a freaking battery bank to actually play that game, but I do need to check it out at some point because I could use some walking, that's for sure.
Imagine a game that like actually makes people go outside. I think because of the pandemic, that's why I went to shit, you know?
Well, not only that, but they increased the drops of certain materials in the game for pandemic use.
I see. Yeah.
So they increase the radius you spin the Pokestops or whatever, so you can get goodies and stuff. So they tried and increase the odds of Pokemon appearing in one location. They tried like their best to make it as safe as possible.
I see. But yeah, no. It was a goddamn phenomenon, you know. And New York's Central Park, fucking everyone's going around, crowded around the fucking thing. I don't want to make it seem like it's a bad thing, but I think some people got hurt because of it. That's how sensational everyone was. But yeah, Pokemon Go was like a big fucking sensation, and you know, you ever thought Central Park would be full with even more people than it already usually is, right? You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I do go to Central Park. I could go to New York City every now and then because I do live about 2 hours from there by train.
Yeah.
So I can just take the train. I'm at New York City. I can go to Nintendo store, Microsoft store, and just hang out in New York City for a whole day and just eat good food and stuff and then head home. It's a brilliant time.
Yeah. So I must have made a mistake. It wasn't in 2015. All right. So never mind. But holy crap, though. Those first few years were like insane. People actually got outside and had some sort of like community to them that they normally would never have if Niantic didn't release this and Nintendo didn't do such great marketing, you know? Imagine Pokemon that's free, but the catch is you have to walk to capture the Pokemon. But it's in real life. Pokemon Go in real life. Pikachu! Sorry.
Oh my god, imagine if you made British Pokemon. I could see you doing that. Like, not like, I mean, granted, Sword and Shield did take place in Scotland, British Isles. I do know that.
I'm sorry, what? Wait, so they made Pokemon, like, canon to the real life?
So obviously each region is based off a real life region. So the Kalos region is based off France.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, the Aloha region based off Hawaii.
What is the Hoenn region based on? Is it based on, like, New England?
No, each region up till Gen 4 was based off a part of Japan.
I see. Okay, well...
One Gen 5 came around. Gen 5 was actually based off, like, New York City.
Yeah, I really noticed that after, like, you know. But I think, like, wow. Wait, so whatever the Hoenn region and Johto region's based on, I want to live there if I ever moved to Japan. You know? Anyways.
Could. Yeah. I enjoyed Alpha Sapphire, Mega Ruby, though. Those are good games, though. That's beside the point. We have to get on to the next article, because...
So, you enjoyed the remakes?
We are actually...
Sorry.
This next article actually is slightly about Pokemon, so we can talk about that for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, certainly.
And supposedly, according to Alpaca, in this article here, Game Freak and Nintendo and Creatures, they all file this new trademark called Lost Abyss.
Yeah, I saw that because I was like, Lost Abyss. I didn't know if this was like gonna be another spin-off or if it was gonna be like for the TCG, but
based off the article here, it's likely this will become a future TCG set.
Yeah, because like with I remember in episode 16 you had me look up Shining Pearl or and I was wondering if this was related to it because Lost Abyss and I know Palkia or what is it? It was the I know
There's space, time, and distortion. I know that. I forgot which one does which.
Yeah, I think like one of them like has like a sort of like heaven, hell, and purgatory sort of thing. Like Darkrai is like purgatory or hell. I can't remember, but
Arceus is God.
Yeah, and I think Palkia is heaven. I don't know. I don't care.
No. Palkia and the other one don't pertain to Dialga. There you go. Palkia and Dialga do not pertain to heaven or hell at all. They are space and time.
Oh, okay. I'm misremembering stuff, but Lost Abyss kind of plays in that space and time because space is abyss.
Giratina and Arceus are the ones that are heaven and hell.
I see. And those were Gen
4.
4? Okay. Never mind then. Yeah, because...
And Arceus was typically an event Pokemon, so you had to go out of your way to get Arceus. Be it online, or you had to get like an event card or something like that to get them in the game.
Or just like use the bike glitch. You ride back and forth way too much and it fucks up the environment.
Possibly, yeah.
Love doing that.
But yeah, all good stuff here. I mean, this like you said, this is likely a trading card set. Like they're probably gonna do some like refreshing of like the Arceus, Giratina, Palkia, Dialga cards, and with them like that's the Sinnoh starters because they're doing a lot with Sinnoh. Like not only are they doing these remakes, they're doing a full-on open world Pokemon game.
Yeah. They are?
Pokemon Legends Arceus is an open world Pokemon game.
Interesting.
where you actually go out in the wild and you capture Pokemon, and then you actually get hurt in battle. Like the trainer gets hurt in battle and stuff like that. Like the battles are a little bit more real time, but they are still turn based.
Interesting. Wait, what? What do you mean? Like they get hurt in real life, or not in real life? The fucking imagine your phone tases you as you're playing it.
No, like Pokemon can actually damage the player character.
Oh, so like
This takes place 1,000 years, about 1,000 years before Sinnoh, before the events of Diamond Pearl, in the ancient version of Sinnoh called the Isui region.
Yeah, I remember. Was it didn't Lieutenant Surge say something about the Great Pokemon like war or something, and people actually got killed and shit?
I don't think this actually took place during that, because I know that like Pokemon X and Y reference this too.
Yeah, because I don't know if it's because like I remember this was like a thing.
But this takes place 1,000 years before Diamond Pearl in like ancient Sinnoh essentially, and you're playing an open world ancient Sinnoh.
I see. Yeah, I might be misremembering it because like I think it was like a fan theory. I might be misremembering it, but nah. Anyways, yeah, that seems pretty cool.
Yeah, I would check that out if you ever get a Switch.
Yeah, certainly.
Because I still have to play Smash Brothers with you and Ghostweller.
Yeah.
If we could ever get Ghostweller to get a Switch somehow.
Or me.
And that.
I'll probably get one of those hacked ones. Actually, didn't like the guy who create those workarounds, didn't he get like thrown in jail?
Well, not only that, but you have to keep in mind that the hacked switches are the launch switches.
Yeah, so
I have a launch switch. I could hack mine if I want to. But I don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to the next topic here. Wow, we're actually going through this pretty fast this time around. I'm actually pretty impressed.
Certainly.
We're already like 1, 2, 3, 4. We're like 6 topics in. We're already blitzing those if they're nothing.
Yeah, there was a hacker called Gary Bowser, and he pleaded guilty and got thrown in jail. He said 10 years, 4.5 million in damages. So.
Right. So we have a couple articles here that pertain to Marvel stuff.
Okay.
Because I kind of felt like, if Ghostweather was here, he would have been able to talk about his thoughts on some of the stuff, but guess who decided to do something with Monica? I'm just going to go with that.
Be careful.
Just kidding. No, I have to be aware because then I have to
gentle soul.
That's right. I shouldn't even say such horrifying images. That's right.
It's terrifying. Absolutely disgustingly horrible. Oh my god.
I feel bad. I'm gonna
fun of my somebody's making fun of me. Oh my god, what is this? The internet? Sorry. Anyway.
So pretty much the highlight of this whole thing is that, well, actually, I'm gonna mention right now. So
wait, friends rag on each other? What?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. We do have confirmation for when Spider-Man is gonna be added to the PlayStation version of the game. That's on November 30th, it looks like. But keep in mind, the worst part about this whole thing, this Marvel's Avengers game for Square Enix, Spider-Man's only available on PlayStation. You can't get this character on PC or Xbox.
Oh, what? Man, fuck you, Sony. God damn you. Fucking Intel makes like a 10th gen Avengers version of the chips, and you're borrowing fucking Spider-Man? What the fuck? Sorry. It's just like, what?
Yeah, it's just like, you look at this and you're like, clearly they shell a lot of money for this.
They really fucking do. Like, what the fuck?
Sony really wants to keep Spider-Man locked to their ecosystem at all because of the stupid film rights.
God damn. What?
But,
so, it's Spider-Man as the character of a hero, not like Peter Parker or Miles Morales?
I didn't exactly say which Spider-Man it is. Oh wait, it's Peter Parker.
Okay, well, maybe they
But
could
it's
release like a
only-
Miles Morales like exclusive to the Xbox and PC or something. I don't know.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't. But people, you know.
I mean, if some person is smart enough, who knows if they'll hack the data for the PlayStation version and try to find a way to transplant that over to the PC.
It'll
I doubt
probably be
it.
on the PC in the files, but like locked behind, like, you know,
Yeah,
kind of
I
like
would be
how, yeah.
surprised about that as well. Another thing that pertains is that, despite this exciting news that Spider-Man's going to be on there, Square Enix officially admits that Marvel's Avengers was a disappointment. They officially unveiled it, and who was surprised by that?
Wait, it was a big disappointment. Oh my god, who'd have known? They had to actually admit it live and say like, yeah, we're wrong. You know, it was a disappointment. You know, they didn't like try to fix it or at least can it and like re-release it.
Yeah, so pretty much what they were saying is that Square Enix, you know, they were like, hey, we thought that the studio, you know, Crystal Dynamics would be a decent fit for this game because they've done a lot of action games, but they did not work out very well for games as a service, and who's surprised?
All I'm gonna say is I'm glad they're opening up to it and not being childish and guilt tripping people and saying, well, it would be a better game if X or Y, and not because as a publisher we're supposed to release actually good content and not bitch when people don't like it, you know? So
Additionally, they are removing the pay-to-win experience boosters that were in the game that was added way back in October.
nice.
So they are removing that. But yeah, I wish we had Ghostwell around for the Marvel topics. I'm sure he would have had a good chunk to say on this,
Maybe.
especially because he's a big comic book sort of person. He'd probably have a good chunk to say on this because I'm not a comic book guy at all, so I have nothing to really say about this.
I would definitely like to catch up on him next week, or if he joins like mid-recording, I don't know. Interesting.
Right,
He's online on Discord, but he's not doing anything.
Yeah, it's like
Just not even
It's
saying,
weird,
"I'm
but-
sorry, can I join in?" You know, it's great.
right. And the more interesting Marvel game is another Marvel game, not Avengers. There's another one that got delayed. And one Marvel game that did get delayed. And that's Marvel's Midnight Suns. So are you familiar with this game by any chance?
Not really. No, I've only heard about this Avengers game.
Right. So Marvel's Midnight Suns is actually being developed by FluufAlpaca, which is the same studio that's responsible for the Civilization series and XCOM.
Okay.
And they were essentially developing a XCOM-like it's an XCOM-like Marvel game with card-based mechanics.
Oh no, I definitely have heard about this. Excuse me. Yeah, I see. I see the tweet. Yeah. Well, I'd love it if they delete it, but you know, in case it's like, you know, because like, I don't believe that XCOM like games are, you know, like I don't believe they're easy to like. I know it's just like turn-based, kind of like Fire Emblem, right? If I remember correctly.
Or Mario Rabbids that use the same formula.
Yeah, so like, I mean,
So it's like you move around the map, you take cover, and you shoot them.
I see. Yeah, so, um,
And it's all turn-based too, so there you go.
Yeah, I figure mixing in shooting and melee combat, it does take a little while to plan out how that sort of level design works. So, because like you could have like I don't know, like Iron Man has like his laser blaster, like palm, like laser, whatever the fuck it's called. But then Captain America can throw a shield, but what if it doesn't return? You know, what if you miss and it doesn't return or something? You'd have to kind of like, I don't know. There's a lot of like cool things they can do with the Avenger characters. So and like wait, so this is just Marvel characters in general that they have access to?
Yes, this also includes X-Men, because the trailer did include X-Men, so yeah, it's all the Marvel characters.
Okay,
and they're and supposedly they're using these extra months to add more story to the game, cinematics, and just polishing the game. Which
I see. So it's not
probably a
just
good
Avengers games, or characters. I mean, sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, with the X-Men too, like, and having like, because I know Spider-Man's a very locked behind character, as we just discussed. If they could do something to make like Spider-Man, maybe in the story, like part of the like symbiote suit sort of thing, because I always found that interesting, how Spider-Man can have like a darker side that he has to control, but he can't. It's like an addiction that increases your strength and stuff, but you can't control yourself sometimes. I'd love for him to have like a duality sort of thing where he can like be Spider-Man, but he can also be the symbiote suit, but for however many times, like for the entire level, so you have to plan out, should I infect him now or later on in the level? You know, sort of something like that. There's a lot of things that go into turn-based sort of combat shooters, so... And
not only that, you have to deal with critical hit values and damage values. You have to deal with hit rate and all this other stuff, and like balancing them out, all that stuff down. Because I play a lot of strategy games myself, especially the Civilization series, and just like and especially like strategy RPGs like Fire Emblem 2, and it's like
what I'm trying to get at is that there's a wide variety of characters that they could like, they have to really know the extent of the characters and what they can do and what their abilities are. So I'm just saying that they can fine tune them, making them very unique from one another. Like Holga's, you know, can hurt really fucking badly, but he's slow and he can only move so many spaces, I guess, if they go for that type of thing, you know?
Right.
Or he can leap, but unless he lands on near an enemy's square, he can't hurt them and he has to recover or something like that. You know, just cool, like little like this character can only do this much, or limitations to each character. Or this one's speedier, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
Oh, absolutely. You know it. Anyways, I feel like I'm gonna move on to the topic here, and this is the fact that Take-Two 2K cancels a $53 million game from Hangar 13. And from what I understand, the Hangar 13 team is responsible for the Mafia games.
Oh, nice.
So it looks like they were about to build a new IP for themselves, and Take-Two canceled it. Now, are you familiar with the Mafia games?
Not 100%.
Not at least played it. It looks like they're like open world-ish games who, you know.
Yeah, no, I haven't played the Mafia games, but I do think it's, if I remember correctly, it's a very story-driven sort of open
Yeah.
world, but that's not supposed to be really like Far Cry type of formula, but more like it's got its thing to it. I can't remember
Yeah.
properly though.
Yeah, so the game here what's being described here is that it's been in development in various forms in 2017, was set to feature superheroes competing in online gameplay. It was set to be a new intellectual property for Hangar 13, but 2K didn't see as a worthwhile investment, which I'm surprised that they would cancel something like this, considering, games as a service, multiplayer games. Like that's what they want.
Yeah, certainly. I see a lot of
But
that going on.
like, are they doing Marvel or DC? Are they making their own cast superheroes? I mean, I prefer their own cast superheroes.
Mm.
Or like a create your own hero sort of game where you can like pick between different powers and stuff like that and just compete.
Are you
That
saying
to
it
me
could be
sounds-
like a hero sort of shooter thing, but not like like that, but not like Overwatch, but more like a story-driven one.
Maybe not story driven because it said it had online gameplay, so it seemed like it was going to be an online multiplayer game, like an arena style game. I feel like, imagine you had like these, imagine having these wide vertical levels. Like, they're both wide vertical, and like depending what powers you have, you can have like different abilities, like climbing up walls or flying across the map. But each power has like a certain amount of like you can't. I mean, let's just face it. If you're going to be able to fly. There's got to be some drawbacks, like certain powers you can't take, or like certain powers like flight should have more of a usage. So it's like you can only have so many different powers, and it's just like, okay, which ones do I want to go for? Do you want to have like a mobility option like fly, or do I want to go like climb walls, or like the idea is that like depending what powers you pick, it's like, okay, I can only have like this amount in powers. Like strength powers, I can only have this amount in mobility powers and this much in defense powers. And it's just like, okay, so if you can fly, then you can't necessarily quick dodge or anything like that because you can fly. Or climb walls, because again, you can fly.
Yep.
Or like if you have if you have like laser beams, like you can't necessarily cause it's a weaker laser beam, so that's fine, but you can't do like super ridiculous laser beams that can be more powerful.
No, not at all.
I feel like a potential for an arena style superhero game where these maps are rather large and you can you can have like these crazy mobility stuff and whatnot would be absolutely crazy. Or like one thing can you do with the certain builds of heroes that you can make will be like, hey, I want to sacrifice like the maximum cap of my mobility abilities for more defense or more offense capabilities.
Certainly.
And that will make things more interesting because it's like, okay, I might not be able to fly, but I could be an absolute magical destruction bomb. But a glass cannon at the same time. I mitigated all my mobility points and my defense points for pure offense, ridiculous bullshit.
Yeah. Kind of like what I was saying with the XCOM type of shooter. Is that there is be like a lot of balance and with at least that type of game versus like a hero shooter like this.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know if it's a first-person shooter. Did it say?
No, it didn't say whether or not it was. But if it's from Mafia developers, then they probably would have been more used to third-person games. So it probably would have been a third-person superhero competitive gameplay. It looks like, and that just sounds pretty fun.
Like Battlefront, but not Star Wars, and also not Supply Drop. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh my god! Imagine that. Oh my god! How would you do supply drops? Like, imagine just having a supply drop and you have like this fucking kryptonite sort of bullshit. That's not like necessarily like kryptonite, but like instead of making you like weaker, it makes you stronger or something like that. And then you get power boost just from freaking crates off in the sky. Like, god damn it!
Imagine if it's not kryptonite, but actually, let's say the kryptonite is one of the 3 slot machine dials, and if you hit it, you get nothing. So you only get what's in the middle or what's to the left and the one over there, to the right. So that'd be quite funny. Just like a big middle finger, even though they're illegal in a lot of places now, it's because they're gambling simulators you pay real money for and all that shit. Anyways.
Yeah, I don't think we have any other thoughts on this. I mean, it's pretty...
Speaking of microtransactions, though. What's the next game?
Games of service. Oh, 2K. They love their microtransactions, especially GTA Online.
Yep.
So more money for 2K because, oh boy, they need their money to burn the fire pit.
And less money for Epic Games because... Shall we move on to the next article?
Oh, yes, because Fortnite in China is shutting down.
Oh, yep. Which, whoa! No, I'm just kidding. Wait. No,
I swear to God.
Woo! Sorry.
Yeah, I know our good friend Ghostwiller would want to take refuge in China right now if he could.
Whoop. Sorry.
That's that one reason where he doesn't have to hear Fortnite jingles every single time or default dances.
Yeah.
Hey, Ghostwiller game, move to China. I promise you'll be free of the Fortnite curse, but you'll have to be on a curfew of gaming, so have fun with that one. Anyways, so the Chinese version of Fortnite is going to be shutting down this month. And they accepting registrations for new players. It was no longer available for download as of Monday. And this game was launched in China in 2018 partnership with Tencent. And let's see if they gave me a reason as to... Oh, no, they had no reason, but yeah. But they said that the game was never approved by the Chinese government and therefore could not officially launch and monetize services. So, RIP.
Yes. Big RIP.
I show the article, but yeah, RIP.
Made in China. Banned in China.
Baited China. Death in China.
Like, that is really
Epic
sad.
Game's gonna be kind of aggro, but I know a certain the game is gonna be super ecstatic.
He'd be probably playing Coffin Dance during his streams.
Well, he'll be doing that. He's gonna have some fun time with Monica, and oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
I didn't say it.
It's it. Yes, exactly. That vulnerable soul.
No, I didn't say Sans. I said I didn't say it. Okay.
God, Ghostwell's already gonna hate me as it already is. You know what? I don't care anymore. Okay, next. Next, we're gonna talk about how there's now, Alpaca, you found this article yourself, and you mentioned how this person named Lydia Ellery had a similar name to the popular show nowadays called Squid Game.
Jesus.
And she might be losing her work because, well...
Oh, hey. Guess who pinged on Discord? Anyways, yes, this thing. So this is somebody who, give me 1 second. This is like a Instagram and user and a Twitch streamer. So way back in like when did she create it? She had it for like 11 years. So let's just say she made it in 2011. So you know what ended up happening was she made a Instagram handle, I believe, that said at Squid Game. Who would have thought that 11 years later Netflix would make a game about Squid and then name it Squid Game and make it like a Saw sort of like Wipeout sort of game, sort of
show.
Netflix show. Sorry. So, imagine naming yourself something, and then somebody comes along and makes it something that's way more popular than you, and then you get tagged because they're tagging that franchise, but your Twitter handle is that franchise, or your Instagram handle is that franchise, and then like imagine being harassed because some fucking mega fans are like really obsessed with this show, and now you're getting harassed by it, you know? So like,
Yeah, it's just a case of unfortunate coincidences. Like, it's like, hey, I think this is a nice name. I kind of want to establish myself for this. It's gonna be great.
well,
And then next thing you know, this show happens like many years later, and then it's like, oh shoot, my name is just tarnished, and I don't know what to even rename myself.
exactly, because it says her name was Lydia, and Squid rhymes with Lid, which she was nicknamed or for short. And she put game because she wanted to do gaming stuff, and so and just the fact that like you'd name yourself this, and then somebody comes along and makes a more popular franchise that it coincidentally has the same name. I don't know if she has grounds to like sue or something. I don't know. I wouldn't say that, but grounds to like, it's just really fucking.
You're right, because this whole thing was actually a show that's based off something in South Korea.
Yeah, and they added game just because it sounds better for like tags basically. You know, it's just really sad that this person had a moniker that happened to be also the name of a brand new show that's way more popular than her, and these people think the best thing that to do is just harass her for no fucking reason. I would not want anyone to go over this person and just harass them, because like that is really really bad. I don't condone any of that bullshit. Even if you hate the person, don't do it. All you're doing is making yourself look like a toxic asshole. So and I know Netflix isn't condoning it, but I'm just saying in general, don't make fun of, like, not make fun, don't harass people just because they're freaking, just because their name happens to be also part of. I know it's confusing, but Netflix should have been a bit more careful, or at least made sure that their handle that. What if Lydia? What if Netflix contacted Lydia, bought the handle, and she replaced it, or something? That would be fucking really. That would avoid this situation. But the thing is, they probably don't care. They don't care that she's getting harassed. It's the fucking worst part.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. I think at this point we can move on to the next topic. It's just unfortunate that she went through that situation, and we can't go any further without it. So
yeah, I really don't think we can.
No, otherwise we'd just be being a dead horse again, and it just would not be fun.
I guess.
So our next topic involves an official from our good friends at Activision Blizzard, who have been covering since episode 4.
Yeah, the ones who aren't really good friends, and
our good friends that we had a roast on them since the entire beginning of the series.
Oh, this got the
one got
it got. Sorry.
No, this is the same company that Ghost Weather Games still likes to play games of, even though the other two hosts are not interested anymore.
And no, I'm not buying Vanguard, no matter how long of a honeymoon phase people have about it. It's not a great game.
I've You know what? It's funny. I just bought this. I bought this freaking game. I got my PS5 because I wanted a freaking game to play on it. And Cold War.
It's Vanguard. Oh, Cold War. Okay.
And I haven't really touched the game ever since, Ghost Mother had us play with them.
Yeah.
I unfortunately prefer to play, one of my favorites are like Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare. I'm like, in the unpopular opinion, I like those two the most.
Honestly, yeah. For me though, it's like, it's so stale. There's no content until the entire time it's dead, and then by the time it's dead, nobody's playing it. They move on to the next one, and then you also get like less content on the next one.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Okay, let's take a look at this. So, Jen Oneal, who became one of the co-rulers of Blizzard after the previous CEO left the company. And now Mike Ibarra is now the sole ruler of Blizzard. Not Activision Blizzard. That goes to Bobby Kotick, which we all wish we could lift a middle finger right now, but I don't feel like you're adding another demonetized box, so there we go.
I'm gonna be honest, with Kotick, he's fucking, like, he's promising all this shit, and he's promising cutting his own salary for it. Don't mention it, just say it, and I'm gonna do that, and then do it. Don't just say it and then not do it. I mean, I might have misspoke. With Bobby Kotick, you need to do, not say. That is how you support these people. You don't give yourself brownie points for something you haven't already fucking did. You didn't even fucking do it just yet.
The one thing supposedly Oneal was someone who originally was in Vicarious Visions, which was absorbed by Blizzard. So rest in peace, Vicarious Visions. You made a pretty good what I've heard, a good Tony Hawk remake.
Yeah, even though they should have been left in the dirt. No, according to some.
Anyways, yeah. So this is what she said, supposedly corporate speak, but who knows?
What can you do?
Right. I'm doing this not because I am without hope for Blizzard. Quite the opposite. I'm inspired by the passion of everyone here, working towards meaningful, lasting changes with their whole hearts. This energy has inspired me to step out and explore how can I do more to have games and diversity intersect and hopefully make a broader industry impact that will benefit Blizzard and other studios as well. While I am not totally sure what form that will take, I am excited to embark on a new journey to find out.
No.
Yeah, corporate speak.
I've made the decision to step away from this. Not doing this because I'm without hope for Blizzard. You are literally fleeing a sinking ship. Quite the opposite. You're inspired by the passion of everyone here. Everyone. Yep, even the fucking frat boys who are pulling a bunch of heinous shit, at least make your corporate speech make sense and not sound 100% like bullshit. I'm glad you're leaving. I'm glad this person's leaving. But, my god, can you make it, not seem like you're trying to cover up the fact that there's a big fucking lawsuit against these fucking, I don't know. I keep on venting because, I'm just fucking annoyed at this,
It's like a company that made a series that you deeply loved at one point in time is just getting completely publicized by the disastrous stunt of what's been building for years. And I'm sorry for you, who's been a huge fan who used to be a fan of Call of Duty, just feels kind of betrayed. And
even with COD, they fucking slack on it way too much, and they force the actual studio developers to cut out things. for Black Ops 4, there was no campaign, no nothing. It was split in this fucking tiny little, like, movies you'd win after you beat the tutorial for all those characters. It was fucking stupid. And with Cold War, that was disgusting. Modern Warfare 2019 was actually pretty good. But then they forced Sledgehammer to stop, and then Treyarch had to pass the buck on the Treyarch. And Vanguard looks not fun right now.
That's Sledgehammer's game right now, I believe, because
yeah, Sledgehammer doesn't look good, even if they, changed like what they were working on to a brand new thing. Also, you notice how I haven't been playing Far Cry 6 at all? This is brought to light because, this is brought to light some of the other fucking shit that other game companies that I play games of. So, it's kind of fucking it's enlightening. It's enlightening, I'm gonna wait for Far Cry 6 to be on sale and then play it, because like at least it won't be able to support them. Or used. Yep, I could get it. Wait, no, PC doesn't have discs anymore.
If you have Xbox One, you can get it used.
Yeah, but I'm not playing a shitty trash tier fucking port,
I mean, sure, if you had a Series X, then I would say, yeah, get that used then.
Yeah.
But as for me, though, my history with Blizzard is that I have, on my belt here, I do have a couple games from them. I mean, not on the shelf, because I've practically avoided most of them. I mean, as you saw, I have Call of Duty on my rack there, and I'm looking through my collection right now. I do have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 in this collection. But beside the point, what I'm getting at, too, is that I used to play World of Warcraft back around the time of Battle of the Lich King and Cataclysm expansion packs.
Mm-hmm.
I also had played Overwatch on my PC.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I haven't had time to, go back and play those games, but these situations really makes me not want to go back to them as much. Period. And Overwatch 2 on top of it is not really as useful, because Overwatch 2 players can still play with Overwatch 1 players. They actually made the game so that way if you have Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2, those two games can actually play together.
That's actually what I've been wanting from a game, being able to like port stuff over. So that's pretty cool.
Yes. Yeah, so in other words, like if you only want the PvP, you could just buy Overwatch 1 and you're still going to get the updates as like Overwatch 2 would.
I see.
Because the PvP between two games are going to be identical. So technically, if you don't want to buy Overwatch 2 for the PvE content, you can just stick with Overwatch 1, and then you're going to get the same multiplayer content as Overwatch 2, and then the two games can just play together.
I see.
But while that may be good and that they're developing Diablo 4, I'm probably not going to get either of those games. No. Likely not. Unless something stupid happens in which, like, for some reason, like, this whole rant, of Activision Blizzard gets completely forgotten about, which, by the logic of this channel and based on how often we've been covering Activision Blizzard stuff, is likely not going to go away.
Hopefully it's not, I mean...
It's going to be stuck on the line. I know certain channels like Game Explain, which is usually a Nintendo-covered channel, is not covering Activision Blizzard stuff at this time due to this whole crazy thing going on.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they don't make another late April Fool's joke,
Right. Don't you guys have phones?
Don't you guys have phones? Like, yes. We're also not mobile gamers.
Yeah.
We also,
exactly.
I mean, no disrespect for it, but, this is your big reveal. Sorry. God damn, that was such a fucking shit show.
Yeah, it just reminds me like how much that company of Activision Blizzard has become. Does it like all the studios in the Activision half are slowly grinding out Call of Duty. All the studios in the Blizzard portion of the company, which now includes Vicarious Visions, are all focused on what feels like the same projects, but Overwatch just gets another thing because it just became the breakout hit darling of Blizzard.
Yeah, it has.
Besides World of Warcraft 2, they're just going to keep doing World of Warcraft content. They're working on Diablo 4 and then the Overwatch. And then it's like, well, you're making it so Blizzard does all your other original games, and then Activision just keeps farming Call of Duty.
Which is really depressing, you know? You think
is.
that if they funneled so many developers and so many fucking time into it, that it would turn out really good. But like, you know how a lot of computers only use one CPU? That's because they have to interact with each other, and there's like a little latency, and it feels like that Activision has so many fucking hands in the kitchen that everyone's bumping into each other and fucking everything up, you know? Honestly.
I hear it. And another thing, going back to Activision Blizzard again, it does mention here Activision's $1 million grant to win in Games International Inner Honor. But who the hell knows? So again, it's just a whole situation with Activision Blizzard. And her leaving, while it is nice to have a female representation to try and make themselves feel good, having that one member leave just makes it all the worse.
I hope they feel absolutely disgustingly terrible about it. I hope that makes Bobby Kotick and fucking everyone else at Activision Blizzard that's not a waste of semen is, actually disgusted about it.
Right. I hear you loud and clear. I'm thinking at this point, let's not rag on. We have a couple more articles here to go. We're actually blitzing through this faster than the last few episodes, surprisingly. We're at an hour and a half, and we're almost done all the topics. After this one here, we have 4 more to go. So we're cruising. Boys, we're cruising.
Oh, is this, excuse me about my camera.
This is the one that you brought up where a company called Meta that isn't Facebook is willing to sell the name for a hefty price. So Alpaca, you brought this article up. Why don't you talk about what you found in this article here and we could just discuss it?
Certainly. If you could show them the Meta PC's tweet where it shows Zuckerberg, the Meta logo, and the PC.
Yeah, so I'm currently loading
what they're trying to do. Oh, excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, so I'm scrolling down towards that line here, and once the whole thing loads, it probably will make a bit more sense. Oh, there's a link there too. I might do that. But yeah, there's a link down here. I can just click. I'm probably going to load. It's going to load up eventually. But pretty much what's going on is Meta PC, a gaming manufacturer based in Phoenix, Arizona, that sells custom desktop, laptops, and other whatever. Yeah. And Joe Darger and Zach Shutt, the company's founders, have been operating at Meta PC for over a year now and applied for the Meta trademark back in August. The duo doesn't own the name yet, but they're still ahead of Zuckerberg. However, Darger and Shutt are willing to part with the name if Zuckerberg forked over $20 million in cash.
Yeah.
Now the tweets load.
What I was going to get at is that basically what you're saying, because you gave me the floor, but it's funny. They don't actually have to do anything. They got fucking they got like 5,000% of an increase in followers because like with social media at least, because of fucking this name change. What's funny though is that they're called Meta PCs, and what's funny is that for me is that the idea that Facebook could just buy this, or they could just buy out the entire damn company. I don't know, and like Facebook PC gaming to promote their Facebook gaming sort of thing. That would actually be pretty kind of cool, actually.
Dingus Maximus.
No. I'm actually being serious. Like, that would actually be kind of funny, but the fact that
the
they
tweet
get
loaded up. Here we go.
the fact that
We
they
got the
get
tweet.
publicity because of it, either they don't do anything about it, or they actually do this, and I actually truly 100% wonder, what would they rebrand to, you know?
Right. So I have the tweet loaded up here now, and it shows Mark Zuckerberg holding a PC that this company Meta has built.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just them poking fun, like you said. It's them poking fun at the Meta naming, and yeah, it's just a whole weird situation because it's just like, who is really in the right first? Because Meta PC
Yeah.
still hasn't, while they're farther along in the trademarking process, still isn't done yet. So they don't legally own that title yet.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
Meta, which was Facebook, has a shit ton more capital behind its back.
yeah. I mean, what they could do is finish up real quick and then cash in on it, but I don't know. That'd be quite like hilarious, actually. They're like rushing to get the trademark process done, and then some idiots stuck, and like they're like, how do I make this a trademark or something? Somebody in Congress somebody in Congress is just like, trademark. Like, ooh, trademark. You know, something like that, and they fuck up. And then they call it Metal PC. And then Zuckerberg comes along and is like, haha, get fucked! Or something like that.
Oh my god, just thinking about that, it's just like, imagine if like they were trying to name, imagine if Meta PC literally just got the trademark and bailed, and then all of a sudden it's like Meta tried to file for copyright and they can't, because that copyright is existed still, and they can't do anything about it. It's like, motherfuckers.
Yeah, and then they end up like, or what I was thinking is, what if Meta PC got fucked over by the people who make trademarks, and they accidentally call it like Metal PC. That was what I was joking about. But anyway, I mean, this is quite, this is just a little topic. I mean,
oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, having Oculus and stuff, they might actually be able to buy Meta PC is what I was also gonna get at. They could buy Meta PC, and then like if they get to it fast enough before Meta PC, they could then buy this stuff, and then you could have Oculus or Meta and Meta PC, Meta VR, Meta PC, and then with Facebook Gaming, you could have this entire big fucking like branding thing. I thought that would be kind of funny, because they already get like Resident Evil 4 VR, and San Andreas VR is coming out soon. So I think that would be pretty fucking funny if they actually went ahead with that plan. But then again, there's all this roadblocks and stuff,
Right. All right. And I know our next article is something I thought would be pretty interesting to talk about, because, with 5G deploying all over the country, it's, people are going to want their 5G pretty soon, because 5G is the hype thing right now for wireless signals and everything. Because let's face it, I want a 5G phone. I want those super fast data speeds.
Yeah.
I know some people think, hey, 5G gives cancer, but,
I was gonna make that joke too. Wait. What if you don't get hired because like you like, what if somebody like fucking like does something dense and like oh, you want a 5G phone? I'm gonna borrow you from my life, you know. And then you turn out normal. Well, they walk off and don't do jack shit with their lives, you know.
Right, I hear you.
Like,
it's just
those
like,
types of people are fucking insane. No offense, just like, jeez.
yeah, I hear you. But anyways, yeah, this article here that's brought up here mentions how AT&T and Verizon they experienced a 5G expansion over aircraft safety issues. It's saying the FAA is worried about interference with cockpit systems. So, in other words, what this means is that the 5G towers could communicate with the airline, the signals from airplanes or whatever, and it will screw over the cockpit system.
I see where this comes from. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, I see where they're coming from because, like, you know how you can't really use Wi-Fi around Bluetooth stuff, and also data, because it'll screw each other up. I think this is the same exact thing. I think that's what they're worried about. That's which is sad, but yeah, I mean, as long as it doesn't actually do that, you know. But I see what they're saying. It's quite an issue for me. It's like,
yeah, they're probably gonna. This is probably gonna be something that they're gonna be working with for a while. Like a lot of these C-band 5G, you know, they're probably gonna watch. They're trying to Verizon, AT&T are gonna try and work on this. Well, it seems like T-Mobile gonna keep with Sprint's assets. They're gonna keep building up their 5G network no matter what, and it may put T-Mobile ahead of the 5G race because simply they have to deal with the controversy of a delay like this.
oh yeah, certainly.
And this will be the time in which you can actually get T-Mobile service in Nebraska.
Woo!
Woo!
5G in Nebraska. Woo! And you know, but now we don't have to wait. Now us at T-Mobile can now literally embrace Nebraskans. Just kidding, fuck Nebraska. Anyway, yeah, but that was one of the jokes in the earlier episodes. Like, that was true though. Like, if you still go on the 4G, like that same website page, Nebraska is still not covered. Do not live smack dab in the middle of Nebraska, because you will.
Or like northeastern
SOL.
Maine, or northeastern like northern Maine, or like parts of Idaho.
Yeah, fucking places like that. Holy shit! Imagine it being 2021 and you don't have fucking cell tower coverage over there. What the fuck? You know? What, Nebraska have some sort of like tariff or something with T-Mobile or something? God damn.
Hopefully with this deal, Nebraska can get their 5G from T-Mobile and not be mean.
I hope it happens, but who knows? But anyways.
Yeah, let's just take a look at. Okay, never mind. There's not much else to say. But anyways, let's move on to another article. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
But now we get to talk about how Meta is supposedly going to be opening physical stores. We talked about a different Meta earlier. Now we're going to the Meta that was Facebook.
Yeah. Now that went through
So,
a big
guys,
deal and started selling their PCs. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, really, this is different. This is Facebook. So, yeah, we got over here. What do we got over here? We got metaphysical stores, which is that's a great play on words. Not really. Anyways, let's get back to that. Right.
So these stores are going to not only show off like the Oculus headsets, which are going to be renamed to Meta headsets, but they're also going to show off like the Portal gadgets that they own and collaboration with Ray-Ban on the augmented reality glasses, all this sort of stuff. It's going to mostly be like virtual reality and our augmented reality products mostly.
So it's another tech store, basically like Micro Center, but based around one specific brand, not just like being a tech store.
And not only one specific brand, but like a specific product, because there's no way you could actually sell Facebook or WhatsApp or Instagram in a physical store. Because they're all
unless
free
they
to
monetize
download.
Facebook. That'd be...
Oh my god. Imagine having to go to the freaking store to buy like a Facebook gift card to then just use that for Farmville.
$19 Facebook card. It's
all wasted on Farmville.
Literally.
Just dump it all on Farmville. Just those crops can't come fast enough, boy.
I know, they cannot.
I need those apples in by 5 p.m. sharp.
Yep.
Let's go.
Let's go, Cletus. Go on the farm. Well,
this is the show where we get to watch both of us go dimensionally insane for no apparent reason.
An alternate universe where we're hillbillies. Yeah, you know,
Look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph. Anyways, herbadur. What the fuck happened to my model? I didn't fucking flop.
It just went black out.
It was like, no more redneck for me. No more redneck for me. Ah! I tried to make it to disappear, but it didn't. So I'm just gonna go into OBS and like hit the eyeball. This is what it did. Anyways.
Oh jeez.
Look at this. Anyways.
Yeah, so let's get on to our next topic.
Yeah, sorry.
We have a few more topics to go here, then we can just...
I love how we went from Facebook meta to talking about like hillbilly rednecks who farm. Not saying all farmers are hillbilly rednecks. There are actually some really genuine people, but you know, I'm talking about the people who shoot their fucking rifles for no reason. At
we went from technological utopia to the rural farmlands of Nebraska.
Yeah. From you know, utopia to look at this body. Anyways, that's an episode 3 joke. Nice.
Episode 3 is coming back, boys. Here we are. We're going.
We're gonna take that Chevy, my Tesla Chevy, director of the Autopilot, soft Vader. We're gonna go to the Autopilot. Go, go, go. We're gonna go to the Tesla. Go down to the Chewbacca. Gonna have me some beer. Gonna vote for. Gonna vote right. No, sorry.
All right. No worries.
Not all Republicans are rednecks. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Anyways, our next article actually is about how Apple is hiring Tesla's director of autopilot software.
Yeah.
Now, what makes this interesting is the fact that there have been many rumors for many years now that Apple's been working on making their own car.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're hiring Christopher C.J. Moore, who's been the director of Tesla's Autopilot software since 2019, and was within the company since 2014. And it says here, yeah, back in May, Moore was one of the employees who told the California DMV that he exaggerated the automaker's full self-driving timeline. In a DMV conference call, he said Musk statements that level 5 automated driving is coming soon didn't match engineering reality. Musk has been saying that Tesla technology will soon be able to operate with zero human intervention. So pretty much what it's saying is that right now, the Apple brought in this guy who knew how to work on this automated tech, being able to for autopilot stuff, and they're bringing him into Apple, and it's like, what could this mean for a potential car from Apple? Like, it looks like this could be a sign that they're going to have some sort of self-driving functionality, kind of like how Teslas do.
Yeah. I think I've made a joke before about like self-automated Apple cars, and how they like get the next model immediately as it has arrived at the beginning of the next year. Imagine if that actually happened, because I know a lot of Apple's fans usually get the best models all the time, and like.
Oh yeah, we were just
Yeah,
we were just talking earlier about how like if someone were to if Apple did announce they were going to make an electric car that's kind of similar to Tesla with a big iPad like display in the middle of the freaking car.
Oh,
that thing goes
iPad too. It's an add-on.
Yeah, literally. That thing goes sell like freaking cake because all the Apple fans are all just freaking sheep. I'm not saying all of them are, but I'm just saying a good chunk of them are freaking sheep.
Yeah.
Now, alpacas, sheep.
This is an alpaca. Notice how the head is a little smaller. That's made to be cute, not like, I love sheep and I love alpacas. Consider this a hybrid if you're gonna bitch about it. Okay. It's gonna be androgynous between an alpaca and a sheep and a llama. Officially known as an alpaca by birth, but not by choice. Also, fuck you. Anyways, also, I did this. You wanna play Skyrim, the board game?
Episode lost all sense of sanity at the very last half of the episode. But if you're
My name is Todd Howard. Let's play Skyrim. Let's play Skyrim on our OVS Tesla car.
New Apple cars.
Let's play Skyrim on the Apple car. It's a feature.
Buy it now for $500.
And buy the Ultimate Edition. And you get to own it on Xbox again.
Game Pass. Let's go.
You get to own it on Game Pass even though it's a subscription. Anyways. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Amazing. My actual opinion on this though is autopilot modes for electric cars, very, very complicated. I think I said this before, where I'd rather have the damn thing not decide whether or not to run me over or kill the driver. I'd rather it just find a way to stop 100%, not just 95%, and then the brakes fuck up, and then I'm dead. And you'll have fresh alpaca sheep hybrid roadkill. Anyway, shut the fuck up. Yeah, you'll have to do something similar. You know, we'll have to deal with like, you know, this is what we'll have to deal with. We'll just put a band-aid over it.
How many times did you get ran over today? Oh my god.
Once, but it was one of those bastard trucks that have like an extra set of tires right beside itself.
Did you go to Nebraska?
Fuck. How did I do this? Alright. I'll be stuck like this for the rest of the episode. Fuck it. And, what is this? Headband. What is this? I've also got, like, America! Fuck you! A type of, Band-Aid, too. That works. You know what, actually. I'm dead. How about I'm dead? Just put the coroner blanket over me. What the fuck? Why is it spazzing the fuck out? Get the fuck off me then. Alright,
More of that stupid bay you have in the middle of your face.
Yeah, I guess so. One second. Alright. Death by jackass. Alright.
Did you go to freaking Nebraska today? Oh my god.
Yes, and
Yes. All right. Well, in that case, we have to move on to our final topic of the day.
yeah.
We found a cryptocurrency.
Let's see. Oh,
Ready for-
yes. Yeah.
Woo!
I got paid and I just earned millions investing in this brand new Bitcoin, guys. It's called Monkey Jizz. Anyway, take it away.
Yeah. So once this thing is done loading, then I'll actually be able to article.
Okay.
But yeah, let's just start briefly talking about what loads.
Yeah. So I watched a video of a YouTuber that I watch, and he covered this thing. So I found an article about it.
Yeah.
So people invested in this cryptocurrency. You know what the name is? Monkey Jizz. Anyway, so they were posting on social media, and they were like, brand new coin and all that shit. Then they basically did a rug pull where they attracted investors, promise everything, and then they run off with the funds, you know, crash the value of the token, and then long before people find out that's actually a scam, people end up, well, you know, they end up like cashing it in and getting away with it, and then people are like, hold on a damn second, it's not worth anything. So excuse me. So they also did an added step where they made a 94.9% sell fee for anybody who had the Bitcoin or the cryptocurrency, and basically what it did was it made it so if you panic sold or sold it, you'd have a fee that was, I think, hidden, and people wouldn't want to, like, panic sell it as it's being pulled out from under their feet, because they realize that, oh shit, you're not going to get money from it if you sell it already. You gotta wait for it a little bit, you wait for it to accumulate and stuff. But the website and the Twitter account made it seem like it was gonna be a thing, and then and there's ties to, like, Thailand, and there's, like, the person who had the account was probably a fake person, or somebody who could have just been a random person, and they got identified and then waste the authorities' time by trying to find out who this person is, and then they question him, he's innocent. This guy's long gone on a ferry to fucking Tahiti or something with her $300,000, So
Yeah, that's pretty much the article right here. So
yeah,
so he's
it's fucking scary,
It really is. Like, there's a lot of different cryptocurrencies. Like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, which we made fun of earlier in the series.
But this one is those ones are funny and all that, but this one just has a name that you can tell as a startup it's a joke. But the thing is, with Shiba Inu and Dogecoin and Little Sheep, or whatever the fuck it was called, Little Doge, they're meme currency. So people will think that this is a meme currency, invest in it, and then Elon Musk is like, oh, monkey juice, I drink that stuff every day. And then, people are gonna be like,
who I bet drinks monkey jizz every single day? Bobby Kotick. He probably drinks that every single day.
Yeah, I guess so.
Anyways.
And the monkey probably doesn't even get paid for it. Anyways. Exactly. So,
what weird thoughts have we come up with this episode? Oh my god.
Well, at least we're roasting somebody who's actually is a criminal, anyway. Or at least a piece of shit. So, it's just this type of thing is, you see these meme currencies and you think it might be a joke. It is a joke, but it's also a scam and people start investing in it because they see these Shiba Inu coins go skyrocketing, and then people just assume that it's going to become a thing and you can actually make money off of it somehow because people are stupid enough to invest in it. But when it comes to like a scam like this, then you kind of lose trust in that, So, the fuck, that's what I'm saying. Crazy shit. But the fucking
really
name,
is.
The fucking name is what people would have thought it was a joke, but the person who bought this type of stuff probably didn't understand that it would turn out to actually be just a scam, not even be a joke,
Yeah, I get that. But it is a funny name, though. That's why it was worth talking. It's not a stupidly funny name, but the situation it falls with it having all these money transfers and shit, it's just a shady situation overall.
It really is,
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else to say about this before we move on to the end of the episode?
All I can say is, do not don't invest in cryptocurrency unless you know what the fuck you're doing, and that's all I'm saying. Don't just go off and assume that you can be not everyone could be an investor unless they put their heart into it or know at least a little bit about it. Don't invest in something that has no backing or anything,
Yeah,
but also don't invest in something.
Yeah, you're not going to get to the point where like you're ever going to see Bitcoin rise to $69,000 ever again, like, or at least not for a long while.
Not for a long time, but at least
you're going to leave that coin in that freaking vault for a very long time. I know El Salvador made illegal currency.
Yeah.
So.
You know, what's funny is like stuff like you know, but the thing with Bitcoin is even though if you use an algorithm or something for it, or like, you can't even trust those types of people too. So Bitcoin is a very scary sort of thing, in my opinion. Cryptocurrency as a whole being centralized and that sort of stuff.
China has their own cryptocurrency. Like they want to make their own cryptocurrency.
But the thing is that you can't trust this stuff as like it's just based on the trust of it being an actual product that you won't get scammed by. It's basically just trusting it as a centralized currency that doesn't have, or decentralized currency that doesn't have a government behind it that's at least a little trustworthy, you know? That's all I'm saying.
I hear you. But that's about it, because, yeah, we agree with that. We don't have any comments of the day, because, of course, we don't hear GAHCast, but if you like to be featured on our show for us to discuss about, like, you can always just like us here on, YouTube, or subscribe, or follow us if you're on any of the audio platforms. Also, check us out on Discord, which you'll find a link tree with all of our formats in the description down below. I'm Hydrowave99.
And I'm FluufAlpaca. Brand new and improved.
Of course.
YouTuber. Anyway. Yeah.
And we'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye. On Fuck
Also,
Floor.
yeah, exactly.
I had to make it a meme.